Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
I don't know why you're filming me. This is your car.
Yeah, but this is your channel.
I guess.
I guess.
Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Joe. I'm that 1320 chick, and today we are here with my husband's car. If you are new, we are coyote swapping and interior swapping the car, which we'll show you in a second. But if you've been following the project, we have gotten a lot of interest in keeping you guys updated for it. And Bryan's done some stuff while I was away. I was in Arizona for 17 days for work, which I'll show you. I was there for Barrett Jackson and track tour. So I'll include that a little bit of what I was doing there, but I mostly want to show you what's been happening here. So I think I should switch over to you because you know what you're talking about a little more than I do.
Probably true.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I know that Bryan started doing some wiring. A big question is why didn't we do the Ford control pack? And the reason why we didn't do that is because we had a whole wrecked car. So there was no reason to get the Ford control pack when we had all of the wiring from the 18. So it just worked out easier for us. But Bryan did tubular front end. I don't know if we talked about that in the last video.
I think we included like clips of it.
Do you?
But I think there's at the end we had some montage of things and.
Yeah, I don't 100% remember, but tubular front end. Bryan ended up making these brackets for the radiator, heat exchanger deal. It's not completely done, right? Jeff's still got to come in and.
Yeah, I basically just tacked it in place when Bryan was here, just so I could start doing this while Jeff was working on your dad's car.
Okay, and then that's why I brought up the wiring. So basically. Bryan's phone died, so we're using mine now. But basically he started with the wiring harness next to the fuses, and basically it wrapped completely around this way, and oddly enough it is perfect in length. So Bryan and Bryan Crane cleaned the car up while I was gone. So I'm going to show you guys the inside real quick and where we're at on it. I'll come over here please. So if you've ever driven an SN95, you know that is this in?
Yeah, roughly.
I just didn't want to like flop backward. So if you've ever driven an SN95, the shifter used to be up here. And we always joke that if you did a shift or you were pissed, you'd smack the dash.
Yeah, your hand slips off on the 2-3, you're punching your damn radio out.
You know, when I said that to the engineers at Ford, they were like, who drives that aggressive? And I was like, you guys must have never taken it to the track. They were like...
Apparently they're not driving it hard enough.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, were you guys around when that car was developed? Because...
It was slow. You had to beat the crap out of it to make it quick.
Yeah, right? So, basically, we put the Magnum XL, and it brought everything back, which was awesome because then we didn't have to cut up the center console from the S550. So it feels, at first when we first sat in it, or like I watched Bryan sit in it, it felt like it was going to be super close, but honestly it's fantastic. Like it feels like we're in an S550, and I know, and I'm gonna show you, like I keep saying, because I got to drive Mach 1's at the track tour while I was in Arizona. So we have all of this because, again, it came out of the wrecked car. I took this apart when I got laid off in the pandemic. So just remember, we've been working on this thing for a long time.
Real long.
Yeah. So we have everything for it. It's going to come all back together. Once the wiring is done, I'm kind of hoping to take responsibility for a lot of the interior just because I know this and we've taken this apart so many times with my car and this car. And then we kind of gave you guys a glimpse of like the door panels and what we're doing. Miranda is working on them. She is a student still. This is her last semester, so she's been able to kind of fit them in as she's going along with, obviously we haven't been in a huge rush for them. It's not like the project's held up by them. So she's going to be coming over this week, so that'll probably be in next week's video. We're going to try to go back to our regular schedule of one a week at least. But with me being gone for a couple weeks, it was tough to put out material, especially when I was working Barrett Jackson. They were like 12 to 15 hour days. So content was a little tough and the last thing on my mind when I got back to the hotel. So basically the headliner's staying the same. All this is going to be still SN stuff.
It'll basically be SN from like window line up
Yep.
and door panel back.
Yes.
Because I know some people asked about like the rear quarters.
Yes.
Those are staying SN because honestly, once it's all dressed up, like
You won't even really know.
you're not even gonna see it.
Yeah, so you might be able to tell that the windshield ended up accidentally getting cracked.
Oh no, you couldn't tell that until you said that.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Brian.
whatever.
Sorry, Bryan.
A lot of people, no, it's fine. A lot of people called me out when we were first starting to grind, and cut up like the inner frame structure on the car for not like putting something over the glass.
Yeah.
So it's been planned on being replaced for a while now, but
It just has to happen.
now it has to happen. So it was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering how that happened, as you can see how I'm storing my hood, well, when the car was on jack stands and the garage came up, it caught the hood and game over after that.
Yeah, but he texts me and goes, I'm glad I wasn't in dire need for a hood. And I'm like, if you just broke that Cervini's hood, I'm going to be very upset with you. So, thankfully, I was so pissed.
Because you thought it was the hood?
I was fuming. I thought it was the hood. But then we had a seat delete made. So all, like Bryan said, all this and stuff like this is going to stay SN. Door sill is going to stay SN. Carpet's going to go back in. I think we did a preview of the trunk, but you have a new fuel tank, so let's show them that really quick.
We've showed that before.
All right, well, just a glimpse over.
Okay.
We're basically doing a review. So, and it's just nice to look at because your car is clean. I haven't seen it this clean in like...
Yeah, while Joe was gone and Bryan Crane came over and was like literally itching, like, I need to clean this thing. And I was like, Bryan, it's not that big of a deal. He goes, no, dude. He's like, it's just going to make you feel so much better about everything if it's clean. So we gave her a little whore bath.
That's a nice way to say it, I guess. So yeah, we're going to keep you guys updated on it. Brakes and brake lines are done now. Bryan ended up going with Willwood's. What else have you... I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it does seem like a lot.
Visually, it looks like a little, but I mean, like, so this routing and wiring is going to end up going back into the car. This is for the pedal assembly and stuff. It wraps around here, drop off for like the MAF and the headlight. And this is a little bit of a mess right now because it's been storage for the past few days. But like Joe said earlier, we made a heat exchanger mount, so just a little drop bracket for it. Still need to get a mount solution for the radiator. This is an EcoBoost radiator out of a S550. We figured it's OEM enough, so it's not going to have issues cooling things down. And it's a little bit smaller, so it should fit the SM body better. But fuse box mounted, and then basically from here, I stripped a bunch of wires out previously, just of stuff that I knew I wasn't going to be using. And a lot of this was trying to get the ECU placement correct, figuring out where it was going to go, how the harness were going to come out of it. So I'm borrowing wheels right now from Bryan also, just to be able to, check clearance between wires to here and back behind and whatnot. So it is slowly but surely coming together. All this harness is going to go back in the car also, and it'll be a lot cleaner when it's not just 87 different colors of wire.
Can you see this?
No, you just keep it right like that, and you
Okay,
can't see
so
it.
this is Bryan's wheels. He's keeping these a secret for a little bit longer because why not? Make you guys wait. Ooh, the air in them is smelly. So when I got back from Arizona, we had a bunch of stuff that we were doing to my car. I think we did the doors previously, so I did lightweight carbon door, or lightweight fiberglass doors. And I'll explain in the next video, because we're gonna try to keep some stuff like with Bryan's car and my car a little bit separate. So I'm gonna just kind of recap of why I was in Arizona, and then I'll show you guys the doors in the next video, as well as I got bead locks. So got a couple things to show you with my car, but thankfully it went away, the running car, and it's coming back out a running car, and there's no wood to knock on because nothing's gonna happen. Nope, don't even put that vibe up there, Bryan. That's fake.
I'll knock on my SN. She's good luck now. She's clean.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take you guys inside while I work on the video, and I can show you the rest of my trip. Come on. Hey, look at me, I'm actually turning a Mustang. I got to drive a 2022 Mach 1 around the track. They actually let me take a manual. It was such a fun experience. I hope to be able to do this again one day. This is Jim Owens. We got to listen to him speak at a presentation about the Mustang. He is the director of marketing and branding for the car. So definitely a fun experience to hear about his insight. One of my favorite people at Ford to deal with. This is Gary Patterson. He is the president of Shelby American. He was here talking to us about what their future plans are with this Mach E. I don't know if you've seen it. They showed it originally at SEMA, and it's just now been traveling around for everyone to see and check out. This is just Bryan Crane and my Bryan being goofs, and a couple extra closer photos of some stuff that they've been working on while I was away. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you guys next week.